Good morning, yogis. My name is Debbie Lash and welcome to debbielashyoga. This morning we're going to energize our body and just prepare ourselves ready for the day. So with that in mind, let's start in child's pose. If you've got a block, make sure you've got one handy. If not, you can grab a book or a pillow or anything that you need. Just bring the forehead down towards the floor. And you can just start massaging the forehead side to side. And if the forehead doesn't touch the floor, you can always put a block underneath the forehead or a book. And just take a moment to land in your body. And just consciously start connecting to the breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Just take a moment to notice how your physical body feels here. Any gripping in the hips, tops of feet, pressing down. Lift the forearms up and away from the floor. One more cycle of breath here. Inhale, we're going to tiptoe both hands over to the right. And then stand the right hand on the left hand and spin your ribs around to the right thigh, your left ribs to the thigh. And just breathe into the side body. And tiptoe both hands over to the left and just a gentle spinning of your right ribs to the left thigh. And just breathe into your side body. Just consciously breathing in, up the back spine. And pressing the breath down the front spine. One more cycle of breath right here. And tiptoe the hands back to center. Inhale, come up. So in yoga, we're very linear a lot of the time. So we're moving backwards and forwards. Today, we're going to make it more circular. So we're just taking the nice big circular movements, whatever way that feels good in your body. Just connecting to the breath. That's it. One more circle this way. And now we're going to reverse it other way. That's a nice big circle. Spread the fingers, press down through the knuckles. Last one here. And then pause at the top. Now we'll make it a little bit more linear. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round. Good, two more just like this. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale here. And now exhale, round. Lift the knees up. Good, drop the knees. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round. Last one. Just lift the knees, look down at your thumbs, and just stay here for 5 cycles of breath. If you need to drop the knees back down, you can. But lift those back ribs up, press down through the tops of the feet. We're going to lift it all the way up. So it feels like downward facing dog, but you're still on the tops of the toes. Your toes might be cracking a little bit. And then just pedal through the feet. Just pressing one heel back, then the other. Just finding the creases out of your morning, out of your night's sleep. And how does your physical body feel right now? Just take 3 cycles of breath here in stillness. Press your heels back, hands press forward and lift the back ribs up. My body always feels a little sticky first thing in the morning. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, come forward into plank. And then pause. Lift those back ribs up. If you need to drop the knees, you can drop the knees here. Just modify where you need to. I'm going to give you lots of modifications. That's it, just bringing some heat and strength. Lift your knees and your thighs. And then we're going to lower all the way down onto our belly, but lower down nice and slow. Squeeze the elbows in. And pause. Cupcake fingers. Bring your fingers to the top of the mat. So imagine a cupcake underneath your palms. And we're in low cobra. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Just warming up our upper thoracic. 2 more. And last one here. Just lift up, stay up. Take a look to the right. How does your neck feel? Exhale, center. Keep pressing the pubic bone down. Point the toes. Maybe your kneecaps are going to lift. Exhale, center. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Good. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Press up, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Just let's warm up the shoulders. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower halfway down. And inhale, press. Maybe you could drop the knees. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. You ready for upward facing dog? Roll over toes. Inhale, lift. Just stay here. Press through forefinger thumb. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Just step the feet wide, hips distance, or even slightly wider if that feels better. Walk the hands back to the feet. Stay in a forward fold. Option 1, keep your hands on the floor. Option 2, clasp the elbows. Or if you're ready, option 3, hands on the sacrum, arms up and over. You choose. Which one feels good for your body this morning? And maybe a little bend in the knees. Swagging your tail, swaying side to side. Nod the head, yes. Turn the head, no. And if the arms are up and over the head, release them to the floor. And then pressing down, lifting all the way up. Roll the shoulders down. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Set the feet together. Lift high on the tippy toes. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Squeezing your inner ankles together. Last one here. Inhale, lift up. We're just going to hook the thumbs and tiptoe to the top of the mat. Just weaving in this balance. You can feel a little funky in the mornings. Inhale here. Exhale. Hands to heart. Let's bring some flow. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold and bow. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step back into plank. Knees up or down. Low cobra or up dog, whatever feels available. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're going to move through 2 more times in Surya Namaskara A. And just stay for 3 cycles of breath in down dog. And take child's pose. Stay in down dog, whatever feels good for you this morning. Inhale, high tippy toes. Bend knees, 2 steps to the top. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Press down through feet, inhale, rise. We're going to weave in a back bend. Exhale, feels like a cobra on your feet. Inhale, lift. Good. Both arms up, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back. Vinyasa. Up and back. Downward facing dog. Count the breath. By counting the breath in your mind, it brings you into the meditation of the pose. This stops the mind from wandering off, going into dialogue. 1 more cycle of breath. If you're bringing in the Ujjayi breath, make sure it's audible so you can listen and learn. Inhale, high tippy toes, bend knees. Maybe you're ready to float to the top. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Press down through feet. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back bend. This is always an option. Hands at prayer. Last round. See you in down dog. Inhale by thumbs up. Movement to breath. Three cycles of breath here. We're going to move from here. Float the right leg straight back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Knee to nose round. Some of you might be able to touch the knee to the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Knee to nose round. Last one. And step it through. Good. Drop the back heel down. Bring your right hand on the inside. So a block is a great idea here. Inhale, peel the arm up. Exhale here. Pick the back heel up, press it to the back of the mat. Arm up and over. And you've got this delicious line length of energy from your back heel to the hip all the way through. Maybe you're going to lift up, look up towards your thumb. And if your balance feels a little off, maybe you'll look down. How does your neck feel? And then lift your sideways up. Squeeze your right buttock in. Firm it in. Two more cycles of breath. You should feel a nice rumbling in your right hip. And inhale, top arm up. Exhale, left hand down. Lift your back heel. Some of you might want to drop your back knee here. Others are going to left hand down. I'm going to keep the back knee up, right arm up. Arm up and over. Squeeze the hips, maybe a little rock forward and backwards. Listen carefully. We're going to move into side plank. Inhale, top arm up. Bring your right hand on your hip. Drop your back heel down. Step back, side plank. Inhale, top arm up. Arm up and over. Press down, lift that sideways up. 3 cycles of breath. Roll the bicep up, lift it. Roll the tricep down. And when you're ready, top arm up. Up and back. Downward facing dog. That's it. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Left side. Inhale, flip the left leg straight back. Knee to nose round. 2 more. Movement to breath. There's a nice amount of core work here, strength work. Pause, hold, look forward. Step the left foot through. Good. Drop your back heel down. My back's going to turn to you. Left hand on the inside. Squeeze that left knee in. Some of you might even want to bring the forearm to the thigh if that feels better, if you don't have any blocks. Good. Arm up and over. And then work the pose from the back foot. Put the back heel up. And then reach. Find that whisper of cat. And lift your sideways up. 2 more cycles of breath wherever you are. Inhale, top arm up. Exhale, top hand on the top hip. Good. Bring your right hand down, lift the back heel, there's your twist. Remember, some of you might drop that back knee. Arm up and over. And again, we've got this really nice line of energy from the back heel to the fingers. And keep lifting your back ribs. So there's always a whisper of cat pose. That's it. Pause. Top arm up. Hand on the hip. Drop the back heel down. Step back. If that transition's a little tricky, you can always come back into plank pose. Good. Arm up and over. And then lift. I love side plank. This work we do to knit the side waist in shows up in a lot of other poses like Chandrasana, Japasana. That's it. 2 more cycles of breath. Keep pressing down. And maybe if this is too much, you're going to drop that bottom knee down. Good. Inhale, top arm up. Hand down. Vinyasa. Inhale, roll over toes. Up and back. Downward facing dog. That's it. Have a look at your feet. Make sure you can't see your heels until you pick the heels up. Press them out. Look at your hands. Lift your toes. Bend knees. Skip. Jump. Walk to the top of the mat. Forward, fold, and bow. Good. Let's take a twist here. Walk the feet hips distance. Inhale, lift up. Good. Squeeze that left hip in. And then feel like you're lifting from the fingertips and lift the ribs up. That's it. 2 more cycles of breath. Notice if the head feels heavy. Find that alignment through the back spine. 1 more cycle of breath. And then other side. Exhale. Left hand to right ankle. Bend the left knee. Inhale, lift. That's it. Keep lifting the sideways, back body. And then find your single point. Where's your focus? I'm looking up to the thumb, but maybe you're just going to look to the side. Maybe you're just going to look straight down. 1 more cycle of breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. Chair pose. Big toes touch, bend the knees, shift the weight into the heels. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Good. Think about that cat pose again. Lift the ribs up. Maybe look up to the thumb, the fingers, house the neck. Roll the shoulders down and away from the head. Sink lower, like you're actually physically going to sit on a chair. And then stand all the way up. Exhale. Hands to heart. Surya Namaskara B. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Maybe sweep the floor with your hands. Forward fold and bow. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands. Step back plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot between the hands. Back heel down, firm the right hip in. Inhale, lift. Hands to the floor, vinyasa. Movement to breath. Left foot forward. Back heel down. Firm and squeeze. Inhale, rise. Hands to the floor. That's it. We're going to do 2 more rounds of Surya Namaskara B. If you want to skip, you can take child's pose. But it's a really wonderful way to bring more heat into the body. And inhale, lift heels, bend knees, step, walk or float to the top. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, Badakanasana. Inhale, lift. Standing all the way up. And then drawing the wisdom back into your heart. Samastha. Chair pose, Badakanasana. Forward fold and bow. Inhale, half lift. Step or jump back. If you want to bring another dimension, you can close your eyes. Squeeze and lift. Right foot forward. And then vinyasa in between, or you can skip. Left foot forward. Back heel down. Firm and squeeze the left hip in. Meet me in down dog. Three cycles of breath. Count the breath. What's coming up? As things start to shift and move. Any negativity, negative thoughts, just choose to let them go. Leave them here on the mat. That's why we practice to let go. Just observing the body, observing our thoughts. Last round, inhale, high tippy toes, bend knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend knees, drop hips, chair pose. Stand all the way up. Samastha, hands at heart. Last round, Surya B. We're feeling nice and warm. A little light sweat in the body. We're going to make yoga glow. Right foot forward. We're going to add on to the sequence. Hands behind the back. Inhale, roll and lift the chest. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Good, lift the back heel. Warrior three, lift the back leg up. Some of you might need to drop the hands to the floor. Some of you might want to bring the hands to prayer. Activate the back leg. Inhale here. Exhale here. One more cycle of breath. And step the back foot back. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, sink. That's it. Maybe you're going to walk the right foot to the right. Feel a little more stability in the feet. Hands at heart. Take a twist. Inhale, hinge forward. Lift back ribs. Exhale, twist. Now, if it feels better for your body, you can come in with a big leg with the knee on the floor. Spin the glutes. Press the heels of the hands together. And press and lift the back heel up. Pressing the crown of the head forward. Some of you might feel ready to open the arms. Others not so much. Just notice if you're chasing or where the body's actually ready for it. Sharpen that back leg. Inhale here. Exhale. Both hands to the floor. Good. We're going to drop the back heel and parallel the feet. Badakanasana. Pick the heels up. Hands on the hips. Squeeze your elbows in. Inhale, lift all the way up. Good. Inhale, both arms wide. Right arm over the left. Eagle arms, just stretching our shoulders. Inhale, lift the forearms. Exhale, forward fold and bow. 5 cycles of breath. Have a look at your feet. Spread your toes. Lift the knees and thighs. And shift the weight forward. Notice if you're sitting in your heels. Lift your back ribs. Last cycle of breath here. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lifting all the way up. And exhale, release. Put a bend into the right knee. Turn to the top of the mat. Both hands down. 3-legged down dog. Inhale, flick the right leg back. Put a bend in the knee. Open up the hip. Circle the ankle. Both ways. And when you're ready, straighten the leg and place your right foot down. Inhale, step the left foot through. Warrior one. Back heel down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders down. Lift the chest. Breathe in. Sink into the front thigh. Good. We're moving into warrior three. Lift the back heel. Hinge forward. Pause. Inhale, lift. Maybe a little push from that back foot's helpful. That's it. So you really want to press down through the left big toe. Lift your shoulder heads. 2 more cycles of breath. Squeeze your buttocks together. Notice how your balance is. Maybe you need to bring the hands to the floor. No shame in that. 1 more cycle of breath. Step the right foot all the way back. Inhale, both arms up. High lunge, exhale. Hands at heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Lift the back ribs. There's that cat pose. When you lift the ribs, creating space between the ribs and the thigh. Good. Inhale here. Sink low enough. Sharpen. Notice if your back leg's a little soft, sharpen the back leg. Spin the chest. That's it. How's your breath? Nice whisper in the back of the throat. Maybe you need to soften the jaw. Some of you are splitting the arms. And lift that back heel high. And when you're ready, both hands either side of the front foot. 3-legged down dog. Float the left leg back. Put a bend into the knee. Open up the hip. This feels delicious. That's it. Keep lifting your right thigh, right hip up. Press the right heel down. Inhale, square the hip. Straighten the leg. Feet together. Good, walk the hands back to the feet. Feet as wide as the mat. Malasana, Yogi Squat. Good, right here. So option one is going to keep the hands at prayer. Option two, you're going to open the arms wide. Some of you feel like you always go into a half bind or a full bind. So if that's you, right hand down, left arm up, and wrap. Roll and lift. Good. Some of you might take that full bind where the hands can clasp. No pressure, but now just observe your feet. So if you're taking this bind, the tendency is to drop into that right foot. I want you to be even standing, both feet. And one more cycle of breath. And release the bind to the other side. Roll and lift. 3 cycles of breath. Again, focus on the feet. Notice if you're standing heavily into the left foot if you're binding. Even standing. And release the bind. Barkhasana, crow pose. Feet together, knees into the armpits, spread the fingers. Inhale, rock forward. Press the crown of the head, lift the back ribs. And then one foot, then the other. And just play with it. This pose comes quite quickly the more you practice it. Don't worry if you're only up for a second at a time, or maybe you're keeping one foot on the floor. One more cycle of breath here. And feet down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg straight back. Right knee, right elbow, glide forward and hold. Touch the elbow if you can. Now lift it up towards the armpit. It's always an option. Inhale, three-legged dog. Cross it to the left. Inhale, lift. Float the leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Good. Triangle pose. Drop the back heel down. Some of you have got a block handy. Heel straight in the leg. That's it. Pick the back heel up. Arm up and over as you spin the chest. 5 cycles of breath. Think about side plank. Lift the side waist up. A little bend in the front knee. I tend to hyperextend, so I need to rebend it and then lift the knee and the thigh. Sharpen the back leg. Last few of you are going to lift that bottom hand if that feels good. But notice if you lose the shape of the pose. So maybe you're going to place it back down. And bottom hand down. Top arm up. Good. Both hands to the floor. Lift the back heel. Step the back foot up and walk the right foot to the right. Firm your right hip in. Left hand on the floor, inside or outside. Right thumb in the right hip. Inhale, lift. Great idea to have a block here. And then spin the ribs to the right. Activate the back leg by sharpening. 5 cycles of breath. So this is twisting triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Inhale, lift. Just twisting the spine, the diaphragm's twisting. That's why it's so hard to breathe here. But the hips are squared. One more cycle of breath. And when you're ready, both hands to the floor. Good. Step that left foot back. 3-legged down dog. Float the right leg straight back. Put a bend in the knee. Open the hip with the option to flip it all the way over. This feels delicious. Body's starting to really open up now. Get your left pinky, big toe to the floor, palm facing down. Inhale, top arm up. Vinyasa, maybe you're going to skip. Roll over the toes, up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. I'm just going to spin around here. You stay where you are. Inhale, float the left leg straight back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Lift it up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Cross it to the right elbow. Inhale, lift. This is lots of core strengthening work. Knee to nose, round. Step it through. Triangle pose. Back heel down, straighten the left leg, and lift. A lot of people, that feels better just keeping T shape in the body. So have a look. Shoulder over the wrist of the grounded hand, and then spin and look straight up. There's your focus, your single point. Maybe it's going to be to the side. If there's any pain in the neck, look straight down at your left big toe. Good. Arm up and over for some. 5 cycles of breath. Spin the ribs. Think about side plank. That's it. How's the breath? Is it a little choppy? And just notice when the breath gets choppy, maybe you need to skip a vinyasa, weave in a child's pose. That's it. Inhale, top arm up. Exhale, both hands down. Walk the left foot to the left. Step the back foot up. So your back heel is down. You can put a little bend into the front knee if it's challenging to get the hands to the floor. Right hand on a block. Left thumb into the left hip crease. Inhale, lift. Exhale, spin the ribs to the left. Squeeze your hips or buttocks together. Float that left arm up. 5 cycles of breath here. You're lengthening the crown of the head away from the tailbone. Put a smile in your eyes. Sometimes this pose can bring up lots of different feelings, a bit of resistance, impatience, annoyance. Just notice how it feels in your body. And one more cycle of breath here. And both hands to the floor. That's it. Float the left leg straight back, 3-legged down dog. Put a bend into the knee, open the hip, flip it all the way over. 5 cycles of breath. Your right big toe pressing down to lift the bottom hip. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, top arm up. Vinyasa, or you're going to skip, you choose. Roll over toes, lift the knees and thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second Barkhasana, walk the hands back towards the feet. Inhale, high tippy toes, bend the knees. So in this one, you have the option to take a tripod headstand. I like to weave in inversions for those who want to take them. Don't worry about it if you don't. Just stay in Barkhasana and meet me in child's pose. Inhale, lift. Big toe squeezing. Look down. Slowly lower the crown of the head down. Squeeze the elbows. Inhale, lift. 5 cycles of breath wherever you are. Roll the inner thighs. Let the forefinger thumb dominate. And keep lifting the shoulder heads up and away from the floor. Notice any swaying in the body. Where's your focus? And make your way down, Barkhasana. Inhale, lift. How did that go for you? Good, I hope. All right, lower all the way down onto our sit bones. Good, feet on the floor. Navasana. Inhale, boat pose. Hands on the backs of the thighs. Squeeze the chest in. That's it. Option 1 is to keep the hands there. If you need that a little bit more support. Option 2, maybe you're going to run your hands parallel to your shins. Option 3, you're going to lift up. That's it. Let it simmer. Keep lifting the chest. Roll those inner thighs down if the legs are straight. Ardha. Inhale, lower. Point the toes. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, lower. Keep your upper back off the floor. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Pause here. We're going to lower all the way down. Keep the legs up. Clasp the hands. Release the forefinger thumb. And then reach around onto the right thigh. Flex the feet. Now lift your right shoulder higher. Inhale, lower the left leg. Exhale, lift. Good, 4 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Movement to breath. Last one here. And then we swap sides. Both hands on the left side. And lift the left shoulder. Inhale, lower the right leg. Squeeze the muscles to the bone. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 3 more. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And both feet to the ceiling. Fingers reach. Lower the head down for a moment. Inhale here. Exhale, lift up. You want to feel like you want to touch your toes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Two more. Last one. Inhale, arms over the head. Point the toes, lower the feet. Exhale, lift. Starting to get challenging. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. If you need to lower the head to the floor, if you've got pain in the neck, take the struggle out. Last one. Lower and then hold. Flex the feet, flex your hands. Feels like a handstand lying on your back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Knees into the chest. Badakanasana. Rock side to side. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll all the way onto our belly. That's it. Sphinx pose. Walk the feet together, point the toes, lift the knees. Feels like low cobra in your legs. And now you're going to lift up. You're going to feel that lovely stretch through the front belly. That's it. Some of you want to stay right here. This feels deep enough. Others are going to lift the forearms up. That's it. And if you want to take this pose a little deeper into seal pose, you're going to walk the hands back, straighten the arms, maybe bend the knees. That's it. And then just draw the head back towards the feet, hoping that one day this is where they're going to meet. Toes to the back of the head. But don't worry about how it looks. Notice how it feels. So close your eyes, go in. Keep pressing down through forefinger thumb. And exhale. Lower all the way down. Good. Forehead on the hands. Just stack the hands. And windshield wiper the legs. And when you're ready, you're going to reach the right hand back. Shavasana. Nice back bend here. That's it. Walk the knees back together. Forehead down. Press the pubic bone and the hips down. Lift the knees and the thighs. Keep squeezing the outer knees in. Inhale, lift. Just opening our chest and our heart, ready for the day. So wherever we go, we're going to be opening and reaching out to people with love. One more cycle of breath. Maybe you got a little rock in your belly like me. And when you're ready, lower down. Good. Windshield wiper the legs. You can turn the head to the side. And one more time. Reach the right hand back and the left. Good. Knees together. Press the hips and the pubic bone down and lift up. Notice any wrinkles in the back of the neck. If you're craning your neck, look forward and down with the gaze. Just dissolving those wrinkles, squeezing the outer knees in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower all the way down. We're going to roll all the way onto our back. So reach the right arm out and roll yourself all the way over. So back bends are a wonderful way of reversing all that forward folding that happens from sitting at your desk, cooking, driving, anything that happens where you are texting, where your shoulders are rounding. Just like circle the wrists, stretch the fingers, shake out the hands, and then bring the elbows down. We'll start with one bridge pose. That's it. Walk the feet back, inhale, lift. Let's move it to breath. Exhale, lower. Robot arms, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And I can still feel that residue of the core work. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one here, lift up, stay up. Roll the hands, roll the shoulders. 5 cycles of breath. Good. Squeeze your outer knees and press through your big toes so you can lift the hips, rolling those inner thighs down. Anchoring down through the backs of the shoulders so the chest can elevate. Lift up. One more cycle of breath here. And exhale, lowering all the way down. Good. Inhale, lift both arms up. Vinyasa. Now, if this pose isn't for you, then maybe you're going to take another bridge pose, or you can place a block underneath your sacrum, a block or a pillow, and you can keep it restorative, and you can just stay right here, and this feels pretty delicious in the body too. But for my upward bow people, and even if you're not getting to the full expression of the pose just yet, see how far you can go. I'm going to bend the elbows, fingers facing the feet. Squeeze your elbow heads in. A lot of people find it much easier. I used to need to take my feet as wide as the mat to lift up. Good. Squeeze the elbows in, press your ribs down as your pelvis lifts. Inhale, lift. Exhale here. Inhale, lift all the way to the crown of the head. Reset the hands, squeeze elbows, press down through your big toes. 5 cycles of breath. And there's a really deep stretch in the front body, releasing those hips. You're strengthening your back body and your front body, your arms. There's a lot of work going on here. Press down through all 10 knuckles. Inhale, chin to chest. Lift the heels, lowering all the way down. Good, circle the wrists. We've got one more. So you're going to really feel the heart rate elevate. And just notice what comes up. Are you telling yourself that you don't want to do it? So don't think about it too much. Let's just go and get on with it. But again, a restorative back bend is a really great option here. Or another bridge pose. Lift the hips. Make sure you exhale here. Inhale, crown of the head. Pause. And lift. That's it. Squeeze your outer knees in. Press down through your knuckles. Maybe you're going to lift up on the tippy toes. Bring some more height. That's it. One more cycle of breath. Chin to chest. Lowering all the way down. Good. Take a twist. We're going to finish that other side of eagle pose. So cross the right leg over the left. We did the arms earlier. Shift the hips over to the right. Inhale, knees to chest. Both knees dropping all the way over to the left. Then stay right here. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Where's your focus? What are you thinking about? If the mind's woken up, then just bring the focus back into the practice. How's your physical body feeling now? Nearly an hour ago when we first started. And inhale, come back to center. And unravel the legs, feet to the floor. Shuffle the hips. Left leg over right. Shuffle the hips to the left. And if this feels too much in your body, you can just do knees to chest and drop the knees over. So it's a little bit more passive, especially if your hips are tight. Let's always make choices that feel good in your body. And remember, if you ever have any kind of electrical pain, that's your body telling you it doesn't like it, so come out of any pose. Shooting sharp electrical pain, good. But like a little rumbling, muscular, that's okay, you can stay with that. And one more cycle of breath here. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release. Favorite pose for many people, happy. A lot of teachers call this pose dead bug. And sometimes in the practice, that's exactly how we feel. How are you feeling this morning? Like a dead bug or a happy baby? I hope you feel like a happy baby. Kick the heels back. Good, inhaling here. Close your eyes. Receive the pose. Receive the practice. Feeling grounded and connected through your back body. And kick the heels away from your heart so the lower back comes onto the floor. Keep your right foot in the hand, and we're going to lower the left foot down and just bend the knee. Half happy baby, half Supta Badakanasana. And we're going to swap sides, bring the left foot up and right foot down, bend the knee. Feels like a nice deep stretch, and then again kick the heel back of your left foot, and often have a look, heel over, ankle over the knee. And then release both feet onto the floor. Supta Badakanasana. Inhale, lift the arms up and over. Hook the thumbs together. Inhale, lift, press your back ribs down. Big sigh out here. 2 more cycles of breath. Press your big toes in towards each other. Open mouth, exhale. And change the hook of the thumb. Inhale, lengthen. Open mouth, exhale. Last cycle of breath here. And bringing the hands back alongside the body. Roll the shoulders under. Inhaling here. And exhaling here. Bring the knees together. Your final pose. I like to offer people to take whatever pose they want for their last practice, for their last pose. I'm going to take a plow pose, which is stretching my lower back. You might want to take a forward fold and bow. So just choose wisely. So this is plow pose. Press down. You need to swing the legs back. And this is a really nice stretch through the lower back. Look straight up. Elbows are pressing down. Walk your elbows in towards each other. Lift the knees and thighs. And just stay right here. Never turn your head from the left or to the right. And when you're ready, grab the edges of the mat and slowly lower yourself all the way down. Feet as wide as the mat. If you've got a sensitive lower back, you can bend the knees and let the knees drop in. And you can take Shavasana like this. You can put your legs up the wall. I'm going to extend my feet as wide as the mat while the shoulders under, palms facing up towards the ceiling. And receive your practice. Deep breath in. Open mouth, surrender to this moment. Exhale. Shavasana. I want you to think about 3 things that you're really good at and honor yourself for those 3 things. Doesn't matter what it is. But so often we give all our power away by witnessing and noticing what everybody else is good at. An attitude of gratitude is definitely a way to bring more into your life. So think of 3 things that you are extremely grateful for. Letting go of negativity, stress, worry, fear of lack, maybe conversations gone wrong, whatever it is. Choose 3 things you're going to leave on the mat this morning. And now that you've created energetic space by letting go of things that no longer serve you, I want you to think of 3 things that you're going to bring into your day or maybe into this year or into the next month or so, but 3 things you're not yet doing. And really let the universe know exactly what you're after. It might be a yoga teacher training, might be a new job or a new relationship, whatever it is. Choose 3 things. And when you're ready, start wiggling your fingers. Moving your toes, connecting back into your breath, lifting the arms up and over. I'm hooking my thumbs together, walking my inner ankles. And just breathe into every cell of your body as though you're landing in it for the very first time today. Knees into the chest. Give yourself a well-deserved hug and a squeeze. Maybe lift your nose to the knee. And roll to the right side. Pause for a moment. Keeping the eyes closed, bring yourself all the way up and just sit up nice and tall. Palms facing up towards the ceiling, so you're in a position of receiving your practice. And just take a moment to feel all the feels, feeling the shift of your energy, the shift mentally in your mind, the shift emotionally, maybe spiritually, and physically in the body, and most importantly in your breath. And then we seal it all in. Hands at heart center, and then pressing thumbs to sternum, fanning fingers forward, and bowing in gratitude. Gratitude for the practice and all the benefit yoga brings us, both on and more importantly, off the mat. Honor yourself for showing up and doing the work. And I'd like to take this moment to thank you for sharing your practice with me. It really is an honor and a privilege. Pray the third eye. You're amazing. Unbelievable. Namaste. I hope you feel fantastic. Have a beautiful day. Remember to leave feedback. Give me a thumbs up. Spread the word. Have a great day, people. Thanks for joining me.